Hello, my friend, and welcome to the study for some very relaxing, nice and slow Latin revision. We'll be using our good old Rhodia notepad with the coated cover, mechanical Kaweko pencil, and this little portable fountain pen, and I filled it with Pelicano, I think, turquoise ink. We're going to work today with the predicative or purpose dative. What is predicative dative? Well, our dative case, we know, is a case of giving and taking, advantage and disadvantage. Predicative comes from, of course, our Latin, whence we have lots of grammar terms. Pre, before, dicere, to say. So just like our modern usage to predict. Although here we get a sense of purpose. Something is for something else. So we call this the dative of advantage. So we have an esse plus the dative case, a to be plus the dative of advantage. And by doing that, we get a kind of purpose clause, as it were. So, for example, let's go libros, so books, liberis, children, dono, gift, dedi, I gave. So, sorry about the mess. We have dedi, I gave, and our accusative, books. I gave books, liberis, there's our dative, to the children, and dono, there's our dative of advantage, as a gift. So this thing and this thing are acting together on each other. This thing, this book, acts as a gift. The gift acts as a book. They matched with the dative of advantage. Another one. Socci. Nobis. Auxilio errant. Here we have our essay and our nominative. So we can say our allies were nobis auxilio. Two datives acting on each other for something or as something. And here we can say they were auxilio, a help to us. And there's our essay and our dative of advantage. Dati, action verb, plus our dative of advantage. The dati can also be substituted with an essay very easily, and because we have these two dative nouns here, the meaning is clear that the one thing is for the other thing, or the one thing is functioning as another thing. So when we use our English, we're going to say something is a means of something, a source of something, a cause of something, for the purpose of something. Now with our essay, we can use the following words for our predicative dative. Augmento, to be proof. Something is proof of something else, or as proof. Auxilio, help, to be a help. Auxilio errant, they were help. Nobis, to us. Bono, good or benefit. Curai, curai, a matter of concern. Dolori, cause of grief. Dono, which we've seen here, as a gift. See how, simply put in the dative with esse, we have a purpose. We have these English expressions to be a matter of concern, to be a cause of grief, given as a gift, to be proof of something. Exemplo, and that we have in our common English usage, e.g., meaning exemplo gratis, as an example, given as an example. And I'll write that down there. Then we have this one. We'll see in lots of military descriptions. Exitio, that's an E. A little bit of handwriting there. Exitio, bring destruction. And a nicer one. Honori, be an honor to someone. And laudi, be a credit to someone. Malo, can you guess what that one is? Malo, harm to something. It's harmful. Muneri, as a service. Look at all of these purposes we have here. Oneri, to be a burden. And see if you know this one. Periculo, a source of danger. And we'll go back up to the top here. See if you can guess some of these. Praesidio, a means of protection. We have matter of, cause of, as, a source of, and a means of. All these ways to express this predicative, dative, purposeful statement. And we have pudori, a source of shame. Saluti, can you guess what that is? To be the salvation of. The auxiliary troops were the salvation of the army. Usui, to be of use. How about this one? Impedimento, to be a hindrance. And subsidio, a relief or support. Sometimes you can translate these as active verbs in English. Something was a relief to something else, meaning the troops relieved those in battle. And we have dedecori. This one, be a disgrace. You can almost hear the Latin authors in some of these words. Along the same lines, detrimento, all of these in dative, cause loss to something. And what about this one, documento, to be a proof. So here you can see this one is probably used more in legal terms, whereas augmento is more physical terms. And what else have we got? Frugi. Frugi. Thrifty. Frugi. Being frugal. And one of my favorites, ludibrio. Ludibrio. To be ridiculous. And there's one more that I will mention. It comes from the verb odi, odisse, to hate. This verb has no passive, so you can't be hated. So we use the predicative dative, which is odio. Odio, to be an object of hatred. Something hated by somebody, which is sort of sad, unless it's something disgusting like cleaning up a mess. Nobody likes that, do they? And there's one more to complete our list today, and that is cordi. So similar to odi, odisse, we've got cor, which means, can you guess? I'll tell you where it comes from first. This is the only completely non-abstract noun in this list, and is possibly locative in origin from the noun cor, heart, meaning to be dear. And there we have our predicative dative nouns, and a little bit of how we can express purpose with it, with esse, or verbs of advantage, giving, bestowing, acting. Several verbs meaning come, go, send, and leave as well. We can use predicative dative. Let's look at some sentences. Qui suos produnt, nobis odio sunt. Qui, who, or those who, suos, our men, produnt, betray, nobis, to us, odio sunt, are a source of hatred, object of hatred to us. Let's try another one. Something nice. Hic liber mihi magni usui est. Hic liber, this book, mihi to me, magni usui est. Here we have our magno, is of great use, usui. So this book is of great use to me. And we can separate the two datives with magno. Or mag. I think we've done something similar to this one. Classis nostra. Magno praesidio. Sociis fuit. Classis nostra, our fleet in the nominative, fuit, has been. Magno praesidio sociis. And there's our datives. A great means of protection for our allies. Running out of ink again because we do so much writing in the study. Equites. Legionibus. Laborantibus, our datives. Auxilio. Misi sunt. And there's our verb of being sent. So equites, the cavalry. Misi sunt was sent. Auxilio, as a help. Legionibus laborantibus, to the hard-pressed legions. Something that Marshal Ney should have done at Waterloo. Let's go back to the high seas. Navium. Magnitudo. Romanis. In eo proelio, magno impedimento fuit. So we have magnitudo, navium, so genitive, the size of the ships. Romanis, magno impedimento, impedimento, a hindrance, magno. There's our datives, a great hindrance to the Romans. In eo proelio, in that battle. So the size of the ships was a great hindrance to the Romans in that battle. Let's do one with more than one clause. See if you can recognize the dative, the predicative dative. Caesar, quingentis, genitis. There we are, quingenitis. No, quingentis. Little ink spot on each page makes everything real. Caesar quingentis. Peditibus. Castris. Praedaeque. Praesidio. Relictis. Profectus est. And now that I've got the numbers straight, Caesar in the nominative, and we have this clause with our datives in it. And there's the verb profectus est. Caesar set out. Caesar set out. Relictis. That's our participle, leaving. Quingentis peditibus. So peditibus are foot soldiers. 500 foot soldiers. Or infantrymen. Castris praedaeque praesidio. So, the camp, praedae, and the treasure, the booty, praesidio, to be, do we remember that one? A means of protection to the camp and the booty. Having left 500 foot soldiers or infantrymen, praesidio castris praedaeque, as a source of protection, a means of protection for the camp and the treasure set out. So we can say, leaving them to protect it. We use an infinitive in English. Alright, one last one. I'll get the ink flowing for one last one. I think we have enough ink for it. Mi oratorio tua magno est. It's a little bit tricky with our word order. See if you can figure it out. Ardakiai documento. Now, with our last example, we have the verb not at the end, but sort of in the middle. We have mihi, to me, and remember documento to be proof. So you could see Cicero saying something like this: to me, oratorio tua, your words. Or what the lawyers do when they're presenting a case. So what you've presented, your words, your speech, your presentation. Magno audaciae documento est is a proof est of your great audaciae, boldness. Yeah. So to me, your speech is magno oratorio tua, is proof of your boldness, of your is magno documento, great proof, clear proof, irrefutable proof of your boldness. So there we've played a little bit with our predicative dative. Now you have an idea of how to express another way to express purpose in Latin using dative or nouns in the dative, most often in singular, often with a verb esse or verbs of advantage. I hope you're good and sleepy, and that you sleep the most peaceful, restful slumber. Be good to yourself, be kind to others, and be extraordinary.